Hi, welcome back to the Huddle. Today we're with Gretchen Holzhauser, the new VP of Human Resources for Live Casino and Hotel Maryland. How are you today, Gretchen?
Doing well. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and how have the early stages of getting accommodated with the property been going?
It's been actually really wonderful. The team here has been quite inviting. So I feel like I've worked here for several years. I've kind of just slid in right in with the team. And yeah, it's been a great fit so far.
Absolutely. And was there a particular interest in Live Casino and Hotel Maryland prior to joining, or was it kind of a right opportunity at the right time?
I would say a little bit of both. Right now, the company is in an expansion. We've just opened a property in February. We have two others that we're in process of working on as well. So so for me, this is a huge growth opportunity. So I've followed the Cordish Gaming Group before, so it was a little bit of both, perfect timing and wanting to be here. Absolutely.
And what are you hoping to bring to Live Casino and Hotel Maryland based on your prior experience, and how can success in the HR department reflect a successful establishment?
I would say that my previous experience, both in continuous improvement and operational excellence, brings a different aspect to the way I look at HR. So I'm always looking at new ways to either improve a process or, save time. So that's where I've been really focusing on since I started. We've been introducing continuous improvement here to the property as well. So we've had a few process improvement events. We've had one in our EVS department, one in our beverage department, and simultaneously we've started one here in HR under my leadership. So what we've been looking at is focusing on our recruitment and our onboarding experience and how we can save time both as the company and for the applicant. So we've had some really minor tweaks in our process, but had some great successes so far. So that's been really exciting to bring to the table.
Of course, and you mentioned your prior experience. Having worked for properties under the Caesars brand, how does it kind of differ human resource efforts going from brand to brand, from Caesars to Cordish companies slash live hotels?
I would say with the differences between Caesars and a property or a company like this one, we're privately owned. So it does have a little different environment. Makes it feel a little bit more family-like as opposed to the corporate over structures with Caesars.
Was that kind of an atmosphere you were looking to get into, the family-oriented one compared to the corporate level?
Yeah, I would say the last two properties that I worked for prior to coming to Maryland Live were also family owned. And I do feel that, having that ability and autonomy is definitely something that I strive for. Being in HR and being an HR leader, you want to make changes and making changes quickly is something that, definitely helps the operations move more quickly through the process, whether it's hiring or throwing events for employees and things like that. So it's definitely a different environment being family owned. So I enjoy being in this environment. So it's definitely something that attracted me to be here.
Are there any sort of innovative initiatives or innovative ideas that kind of extend from a corporate brand like Caesars to a brand such as Live?
I would say around technology, that I think is where trying to bring big technology over through to the family owned would be something that I would try to do. We are in the process of launching a new platform for our employees to text. So that's something that's really exciting. It's in its infancies. We just went through the process and we're about to roll that out. Excited to be able to connect with our employees through text, also being able to text them into with their preferred communication language. So we'll be translating those text messages to the languages that they have shared with us.
And talking about that connection that you have between employees, are there ways that you can work with other live properties, such as the one that recently opened in Louisiana, to kind of improve the HR and employee experience at each property?
Absolutely. So here we absolutely support everyone. Anytime we have a new an exciting idea, we share it throughout the brand. As HR leaders, we are always constantly checking in with each other. We have sent people from this location and other locations to the Louisiana property to support them through the opening. And we're continuing to do that as a team down there needs help. They share and ask for assistance. We're constantly, doing that for them. So it's definitely a partnership across the brand. So I don't want to think that Maryland is different from any of the others. We are definitely helping out everyone.
Absolutely. I was wondering how HR efforts can extend to verticals such as gaming or the casino floor at Live Maryland.
So we definitely help the gaming environment here by supporting the with recruitment and talent acquisition. We also partner with a local community college here. Their campus is actually right across the street from us. So we've had a partnership that's been in place to do tuition reimbursement. They actually house our dealer schools. So that's our pipeline of talent that comes in. So we reimburse everyone fully for any of the classes for continuing education through the dealer school. So as they want to learn a new game, they can take it and then we reimburse them for that.
With Live always opening new properties such as the one in Louisiana, how do you keep membership kind of in-house when you're finding new employees and networking when opportunities?
So one thing that we've just completed was an entire succession planning and talent pipeline. So we are very, very focused on promoting from within. And so to support the new properties, such as the one that opened in Louisiana and our future development, we have identified individuals that we feel that would be ready for the next step.
When did you first gain an interest in the human resources efforts? Was it something that came early or something that you kind of learned through going from school and your experience in the gaming industry?
I would definitely say my experience in the gaming industry led me to HR. I had a very non-traditional, path to HR. I started in operations, which I feel actually is a good way to get introduced to HR. So I actually started my casino career almost 20 years ago as a beverage server. And then, had the opportunity to participate in continuous improvement events at the property that I was at. I fell in love with that process and did that for the next almost 8 years or so. And so through that, I had a reporting structure through HR at one point, and that's when I really fell in love with being in HR, and then continued my path up. So.
Are there any lessons you kind of take from the operations department into your experience with HR?
Absolutely. I never want to put a policy or a procedure in place without talking to an operator, because I know how impactful certain things can be, and not truly understanding how it's going to impact them can make it a little bit hard to get buy-in or to roll a process or a procedure out. So it's very, very important to partner with your operators and make sure how it's going to affect them before putting it in place.
Oh, very cool. Now, you mentioned how you have a deal with the local community college and how they kind of help each other with the property. Is establishing a presence in the local community something that's important to you whenever you first join a property?
Absolutely. So it's definitely something that we strive for here is supporting our local community colleges. And one of the things that all of the directors and above here sit on at least two boards. So we have over 50 local board seats that are occupied by the leadership here at Maryland Live.
Very cool. That's really interesting to hear. And I was wondering, what are you hoping sort of to see throughout the rest of 2025 with your efforts in human resources and any initiatives you have going on with the property over in Maryland?
So the most important thing right now is our employee engagement. We've just rolled out a new employee recognition tool. So Live Team Member Rewards is now live here at Maryland. It's a platform that we are able to reward and recognize both non-monetarily and monetarily through a site. So anybody who's doing a great job, having perfect shops through our mystery shop program, through our customers, they're all recognized through this platform. And it's a great thing. We have the live feeds in the back of the house so people can see when other team members are being rewarded and recognized.
Well, that's certainly fantastic to hear, Gretchen. And I want to congratulate you once again on the new role and wish you the best of luck in the future with Live Maryland.
Thank you so much.
And this has been The Huddle. I've been Kirk Geller. Thank you so much.